Welcome. We have the Town of Highland Beach Town Commission meeting. Today is Tuesday, July 14th, and it is now 1:30 p.m. And I'd like to call the meeting to order. Could we have a roll call, please?
Commissioner Chinovsky,
Present.
Commissioner Peters,
Present.
Commissioner Goldberg,
Present.
Vice Mayor Stern,
Present.
Mayor Moore,
Present?
Town Manager Labadie,
Present.
and Town Attorney Lenahan. Thank you.
If we could all rise for the pledge.
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Any changes to the agenda? If none, could we have a motion to approve?
Yes, motion to approve the agenda.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. There are no presentations. I'd like to open it up for public comments. Any public comments? Seeing none, we'll move along to ordinances. Ordinance number 2026-002. This is the second reading of this ordinance, and this is also a public hearing. An ordinance of the Town Commission of the Town of Highland Beach, Florida, amending Chapter 23 Signs and Advertising of the Town Code of Ordinances by amending Section 23-5 Permitted Signs to increase the maximum square footage of a permanent sign from 10 square feet to 32 square feet, to increase the maximum square footage of an ingress and/or egress sign from 3 square feet to 12 square feet, and by amending Section 23-8 Appeals to provide for an appeals process for granting an increase in the maximum square footage of a permanent sign, providing for the repeal of all ordinances in conflict, providing for severability and codification, and providing for an effective date. And the first reading was June 16th, 2026.
Okay, well, good afternoon, Ingrid Allen. On page 6 of your packets, I briefly go over that motion that you made at the first reading on June 16th. And that was that you approved the ordinance, but it subject to reducing the size of the ingress egress signs. If you recall at first reading, in the ordinance, the ingress and egress signs went from 3 feet to 32 feet. And then based on the direction from the commission at that meeting, you wanted them to go from 3 feet to 12 feet. So if you look on page 9 of your packets, which is the actual ordinance, I've gone ahead and double underlined the 12 feet and double strike through the 32 square feet so you could distinguish it from the other additions and deletions that were in the initial ordinance. I'll be happy to address any questions you might have.
Excuse me.
It's on the,
That's in the correct then.
yep.
The correct.
Oh, what was the mistake?
It was just,
Line 31.
31.
Oh,
Line 31 on the whereas clauses within the resolution, it stated 32 when it should have stated 12 on line 31. So that's been corrected on the revised
Oh,
version.
yeah.
I think I have another Scrivener's
12.
error. It's on page 12, item F. With the exception of appeals requesting, I think it should be A-N, not A-N-D, I think.
What line is?
Yeah.
it, please?
That does
It's
make sense.
line
Line number 17, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just
So,
a
yeah,
just a
with-
typo.
Yeah. that's
Probably
type-
autocorrect
Yes,
or something.
We appreciate that.
That's the an increase. Yeah.
Yeah.
Requesting an increase in
Yeah.
maximum square. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so you can add that to your motion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I just brought the sign again, just for perspective.
So on page 17, the other one, what line was that? And that was instead of 12, there was a cross out. Square feet on page, excuse me, on the first page, line 31, whereas,
Right, that should be 12.
okay.
Missed that, yeah.
Any more discussion? I'd like to, go ahead.
I was just concerned about the ease in which the public can read this and understand the square footage. What are the comments here? Do you think it's easy to understand?
I do. I personally do,
Okay.
but everyone else thinks.
Now, this will become effective upon our adoption, correct?
Right, it does say that in the ordinance immediately upon adoption at second reading. Yeah. And keep in mind, you already have language in the code that says 10 square feet,
Yeah.
so, changing that to 12.
So anything that is up now for today's adoption will be okay. It won't be out of compliance. I bet insofar as there will be a proceeding against it to correct anything.
Probably can make it bigger, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I guess I'd like to open it up for public hearing. Are there any comments for the public hearing? I see applause. I see applause and smiles. It's about time. I know. It's about time. Thank you for your patience. Okay. Seeing no comments, I'd like to close the public hearing. If we are all in agreement, then could we have a motion?
Yes. Make a motion to approve and adopt ordinance number 2026-002.
I second it.
With that one,
The
correct,
changes,
yeah.
correct.
The one
The two
correction.
corrections.
There's
of
the
the-
second one, there's a typo on page 12 of your packets, line 17. It's requesting an increase, not and. That would be two.
Okay.
Is there a
That's
second? Does someone
incorporated.
I
second?
second it.
Okay.
I second it.
Excellent. Roll.
Commissioner Goldberg,
Yes.
Commissioner Peters,
Yes.
Commissioner Chanofsky,
Oh, yes.
Vice Mayor Stern,
Yes.
Mayor Moore.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Excellent. Thank you very much for your patience.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you for all your help and proposing some really good ideas and thank you very much. It was a good effort.
Yes, we
I
look
know.
forward to seeing. it.
Yes, it will be beautiful. It will be beautiful.
Good.
Yes.
Start construction tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, thank you for doing that. Yeah. Next item, the consent agenda. There's just a couple items in the consent agenda. If there's no discussion or anything, could we have a motion to approve?
Yes, motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Second it.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. There's no unfinished business. Moving on to new business, resolution number 2026-009. Resolution of the Town Commission of the Town of Highland Beach, Florida, setting the proposed not to exceed millage rate pursuant to section 200.065-2B Florida statutes and setting the date, time, and place at which a public hearing will be held to consider the proposed millage rate and tentative budget.
So picking up on our pre-meeting conversation, while the county submitted the final estimated property values on the 25th of June, they're officially starting their count on July 1. So the dates that we had discussed prior do not work. And the first date that you could possibly have it is the 3rd. The county has reserved that date. Can't have it on weekends. So that puts us back to the original dates. I know that there are some conflicts. Now, to go over that again, for those in the audience, that's Senate Bill 4F. For us to go beyond the rollback rate, which on the adjusted document in front of you is 3.2780. To go above that, we need 2/3. So that's 4 of the 5 of you have to be present according to a legal opinion we've gotten from Len at both meetings in September. Without that, we are at the rollback rate, and David and I would have to go back to the drawing board and reduce our budget pretty significantly, probably to the tune of $750,000. We'd have to roll that back. So we cannot do that September 1st date because, again, they're starting the clock on the 1st. State statute is 65 days from that certification date of July 1. That takes us to September 3rd as the earliest, but that is a date occupied by the county. So we would be into the next week and then into the general timelines that were of concern originally. We're back to those same timelines. So the offer still stands. Commissioner Goldberg will come get you and bring you back. Stay on your trip. We'll just get you for a few hours, just a little bit of a travel time, couple 2-hour flights and get you back here. Or we're looking at the rollback rate. So leave it to the commission.
So the dates that we earlier spoke of, about September 1st,
Can't do it.
that cannot be done.
Nope.
So,
We're into the following week, which is back to the 10th. Anyway, we can move it a day early. The 4th's a Friday night. Generally, they discourage Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night meetings.
Okay.
Especially on a holiday weekend. That will probably draw the ire of the legislator and or the department of whatever trims at management and budget kind of group. So that takes us to the next week, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. So we're back to the same, we're in the same dilemma of the squeeze. The 4th would put us in the same dilemma based on the travel schedule that was presented. So we're back to the same spot. So we need we definitely need 4 with the rollback rate of 3.247 in our proposed, as we've been on our financial forecast of 3.5875. We can do that with 4/5. If it happened to go above 3.60, then it requires a unanimous vote and unanimous physical presence at the vote.
All right. And so what this resolution does, this right here kicks off the entire cycle, right? The relationship between the taxing authority, the town of Highland Beach, the Florida Department of Revenue, as well as the property appraiser. So now we all work together in this database and we put our data in. And so what the resolution before you states is this right here helps us fill out that blue or yellow document that you'll get in the mail that says, this is not a bill, and here's your proposed taxes. So what every municipality does, that's a taxing authority, what that does is it puts the maximum amount that you're seeing here, as well as it puts the date of our first public hearing. And so that's what this resolution does.
So
So-
therein lies the rub.
So we're asking Commissioner Goldberg, what's the best date for her since she?
Yep.
Or
Unless Commissioner Peters can be in a port town and will fly you back from Europe somewhere.
so.
But I can't get you on the river. That would be a little bit challenging logistically.
So, the specific dates then would be the
The 10th.
September 10th
At
5:01 and the 24th at
at
5:01.
Yes.
and the September, the 1st is, I think September 1st is the first Tuesday. That's our regular meeting.
We can't do it.
Yeah, we can't, the state of
It's a
Florida
65-day
won't
wait
let us do
period.
it. Right.
So
Yeah.
when is our September meeting?
10th and the 24th.
Will be our,
It's 10th is still holds
so it will be at 1:30 then.
at 5:01.
When is
Statute
the
require-
regular meeting? 1:30.
September 1st.
That's what I meant.
Yes, yes, we'll still have to, sorry, I thought you
September
meant
1st.
this for this purpose. Yeah.
Yes.
17. A regular meeting.
The 1st is a regular 1:30 meeting.
Yes.
We were trying to stack the budget there, but we
Yeah.
can't because of the statutory cooling off period.
And then the 24th, you don't have a conflict.
Not a
okay.
problem.
Okay.
That's
So it's just-
five-
So it's just a 10th.
It's just the 10th.
Are you, so
So figure-
we're just looking for confirmation that that would work for you?
We'll come get you.
Make it work.
Yes, we'll make it work offline.
Okay.
Absolutely.
We'll get Commissioner Goldberg here.
Yep.
David and I will do a car trip if we have to. Do a road trip.
Happy to do it.
Can you verify that it can't be done through FaceTime with Zoom? Can you verify that? Because if it can be. we
We could
we're not making
possibly
any
alter that.
sense.
I will look into that as well, but they've been pretty tough on the physical quorums. Especially with this new statute, 4F with the Senate changing I think the legislator and the buttons we had to pick today necessitates and says that count number. Now, can we do it? That's what, the physical quorum has to be here, which would be 3. Can you vote remotely on the budget item? That's something we'll have to take a deeper
We will look into that and let you know.
Yeah, we'll take a deeper dive, and if that works, then we'll just make sure, Commissioner Goldberg has
Yep.
and or Commissioner Peters, you guys have remote access somehow to zoom in.
Just trying to save you the plane fare.
I mean, it would work. We've run into a lot of, I think the Attorney General did do an interpretation on some of that, but that was kind of squishy around COVID. So we'll have to see what that looks like.
So it's the 24th and when was the other?
10th and 24th, 5:01 PM.
Both of them are.
Yep.
everyone.
Now, should we not work or can't, then we will be doing some budget cuts.
No, we'll take every effort.
We'll do every effort. Yep.
Wherever you are, we will bring you back here.
Okay.
And back again.
This is crucially important. Yes.
So
Okay.
next year, we promise, now that we know what the Senate rules are and we'll get a clearer interpretation, we'll get dates set a year in advance, because I know September is a popular travel month. We'll make sure we get those dates etched in stone as early as possible. Usually we do that like May-ish, but it looks like we need to move that up. So we'll set those dates even earlier. But we have to wait for the county. So
Yeah,
we just,
that's right.
county and schools get first dibs. So we can't pick the 65th day, which would be natural just to do quick. So we'll have to try to move around their schedule. And there's moves every year too. So, yeah.
Yeah, last year, I think it was Labor Day came and we were like, oh, we can't have it. And
Yeah.
they had to include that Labor Day as not part of the 65th day. And so,
And how they count, yeah. So their count date
Yeah.
change from year to year too. So again, it's just more of the challenges. So maybe October could become a good travel month.
This is a
Wink,
travel.
wink.
They're all good travel
Come on.
months.
This is good.
For Highland Beach.
September is terrible.
Always good.
Well, thank you very much for maneuvering your.
So but we will need a motion to approve, again, as you see in here, our millage rate, consistent as it's been for the last 3 years. This will be year 4 at 3.5875 with the rollback rate established at 3.2780. Our rate is about 8.5% above rollback. So
So if someone wants to make.
Now,
a-
I do have a question.
yes.
If it should come to pass in November, that the amendment is approved, when will we be looking again at our budget? And is it possible, and
The next budget cycle will be quite challenging. We can get through it. We're planning for it. David's updating the 5-year forecast where we're looking at that growth again. And I'm not doing it because we have 3 gentlemen in the audience here. Public safety grows much faster than future growth. So that delta between growth and cost is going to start to widen in those latter years of our projection. So we have to be very mindful of how fast that grows and separates, especially if this passes. And then again, with some of the stuff we just hit, the challenge we just dealt with timing in the future, we're challenged eventually. Unfortunately for me, some of you will be eventually timed out and have to take a year off. Whoever comes in the future, if they're not in sync, this is what a lot of municipalities are going to deal with. It just takes here in 5, it takes 1 to slow that millage growth. We would be rolling back by force if just 1 says no. So there is the challenge in those outer years as well.
Do we need a motion? again?
yes, I move to approve resolution 2026-009.
I'll second that.
Commissioner Goldberg,
Yes,
Vice Mayor Stern,
Yes,
Commissioner Chernowski,
Yes.
Commissioner Peters,
Yes.
and Mayor Moore.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you kindly.
Thank you. Moving on to item B, approve and authorize the chief of police to execute an agreement with Axon Enterprise Incorporated in the amount of $109,500 over a 5-year period for the purchase of license plate recognition camera systems to enhance public safety and security efforts.
Good afternoon, Mayor Commissioners. As you know, the town, we have had license plate recognition cameras for many years. The contract you have in front of us is with Axon, which we have existing equipment or body cameras, in-car camera systems, drone software, everything. What this contract does is just replacing the current contract we have with a vendor for the license plate camera recognition systems. So these are budgeted funds we already have, projected to have the same cost, actually slightly less over the next couple of years each year. So it's updating the system with a system that's integrates and is compatible with everything else that we're doing. And we're at that point now. So these are budgeted funds, and it would replace the existing systems that we are using. Pretty straightforward.
Any comments?
Oh, it's a happy surprise to see that it comes in at a little less
Little bit.
financial.
Chief, what system do we have now? Motorola or
We have Flock.
Block?
I'm in
That-
favor.
And the new system ties in with the body cameras and all that stuff?
It's incredible.
Yeah, so it's,
Yeah.
And the drone?
Everything we have is,
Good.
will all integrate, compatible. Yes, very sophisticated systems now.
beautiful.
Are we getting closer to having available for the buildings to be synced into our cameras?
So we're prepared to talk about it, and the next person that you hear from will help start that
Oh,
process
excellent.
with our
Thank you.
facilities and the things that we are working to get moving. So yes.
Sounds like we're all in favor. If we could have a motion, please.
Yes, I move to approve. And that is the resolution. Do you want me?
It's not a resolution. Just,
There a number on
maybe I could, I move that we approve and authorize the chief of police to execute an agreement with Axon in the total amount of 109,500 over a 5-year period for
I
the
sec-
purchase of license
yeah.
plate recognition camera systems.
it? Yes, second.
Second it.
Do you want to do a roll call since it's money?
Roll call. Mayor Moore,
Yes.
Commissioner Chanofsky,
Yes.
excuse me, Commissioner Goldberg,
Yes.
Commissioner Chanofsky. Yes, Commissioner
again.
Peters
Yes.
and Vice Mayor Stern.
Yes.
Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chief. Item C, approve an award or the award for invitation to bid and authorize the mayor to execute a contract with Hika Construction Corporation for the Police Department expansion project in the amount of $583,993 in accordance with invitation to bid number 26-003. And this item aligns with the fiscal year 2026 Strategic Priorities Plan, Capital Improvement Plan number 25-003.
Good afternoon, Skender Koma, Town Manager's Office. So this was our bid to expand the existing police station, connect it to the old post office, and then renovate our exterior space. We had 6 bidders, and our low bidder, we did their background check. Heka, fully bonded, insurance checked out, references were fantastic. We had our pre-construction meeting with them today, and we came away really impressed. So we're pretty excited to be going with them.
Excellent. Any comments?
Question. This number fit in with the budget.
Yes, this actually came in a couple $100,000 under what we were expecting. So we were very pleased with the number
Does
they
that
gave
include-
us.
Does that include the furnishings and et cetera? Because I noticed in the contract that was
Mhm.
not in.
So yeah, the 583 is without the furnishings, which is basically just the 3 pergolas along with some benches and small like trash receptacles and a
So-
couple smaller
So
items.
if you add that to this contract, are you
Mhm.
still within budget.
That comes right about at our target number if you add all those in. I think we held those out for now just to kind of hold to see if there's any change orders first, and then if there's leftover money at the end, we can place those in.
Any other comments? I assume we're all in favor. Yeah, I'm really excited about this project. I think it'll be a really big improvement for the town. Yeah, very exciting to see this move along going forward. So if we are all in favor, could we have a motion?
Yes, and then also this will have a daughter knock on over a weekend. Yes, I move to approve the award for invitation to bid and authorize the mayor to execute a contract with Hika Construction Corp. for the police department expansion project in the amount of $583,993 in accordance with the invitation to bid number 26-003. This item aligns with 2026 Strategic Priorities Plan, Capital Improvement Plan 25-003.
Do we have a second? Okay, good.
Okay. Commissioner Goldberg,
Yes.
Commissioner Peters,
Yes.
Commissioner Chernowski,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Stern,
Yes.
and Mayor Moore.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Moving on to item D, approve and authorize the mayor to execute a contract with Lux Solar Incorporated, installation of in-road light systems at 8 crosswalk locations on State Road A1A project in the amount of $283,920. And this item aligns with the fiscal year 2026 Strategic Priorities Plan, Capital Improvement Plan number 26-010.
So this is one half of our state appropriation pedestrian safety project that we had put in for. This is to do the embedded lights in ground at all of the crosswalks in town. And then the vendor Lux Solar is the ones who have done the existing lighting infrastructure on like the signs and stuff like that.
And because it is a town standard, I need 4 of 5 to vote in favor of the contract.
Are they, it says solar, are they solar lights too, or?
Yes.
Yeah.
Are they?
Yep. All of our blinking light systems have a battery off to the side at one of the base of the pole. So it's all solar operated. And since this same company does it, they do it under the FDOT contract. We'll tie in the whatever the cans, if you will, the low voltage cans for the embedded lights to shine out.
When did that be commenced? That was.
As soon as we can. We got the money after
Yep.
July 1st. Since the governor signed the budget, we are good.
Hey, Marshall,
Good.
so as I'm crossing over and I want to push the button, I push the button, the lights go up. At the same time, those lights are flickering, the lights will go off in the street.
Yep.
That's great.
Okay, so that's simultaneous.
Yep.
That's terrific.
Yeah, really cool. Especially in like the lower light, they really shine bright.
If you ever go down Deerfield and see it lights up the whole thing, if anybody
Yeah, I
doesn't
was
see
gonna-
that.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was gonna say, there must be others that are like that. They think
Yeah.
that Deerfield, there's also the,
Need on that corner, yeah.
yeah,
I
they
think
do.
Boca has them on.
Yeah,
Palmetto,
Meadow Park Road,
right
yeah.
Down there.
Yes, yeah, that's pretty nice.
Are we ready for a motion?
Yes.
I move to approve and authorize the mayor to execute the contract with Lux Solar Inc. installation of the in-road light systems at 8 crosswalk locations on State Road A1A project in the amount of $283,920. And this item aligns with 2026 Strategic Priorities Plan, our Capital Improvement Plan 26-010.
Second it,
Okay, Commissioner Goldberg,
Yes.
Commissioner Peters,
yes.
Commissioner Chernowski,
Yes,
Vice Mayor Stern,
Yes.
and Mayor Moore.
Yes,
Motion carries.
thank you very much.
Just a related question, are we going to continue with the flags as part of the crossing or because of the?
Yep, belts and suspenders, give them everything. Yeah, make every improvement we can. Since the day I started here, everybody said those crosswalk safeties were paramount. So we'll keep the flags, lights. If I can make it audible, maybe there's something in the future, we'll do that
Flare.
too. I mean, we looked at, automated actuarial movements, but those could get kind of jammed up with the salt where you just walk by and it automatically fires it. I think you want that active step. So
And we are grateful for that appropriation that's paying for half of that project. So
thank you,
thank
Peggy.
you, Peggy,
Yeah,
Dr.
Peggy,
Seidman,
for
State
pushing
Representative,
through with
yeah.
us, Yeah.
And I think Lori
Yeah.
Harmon too is helpful and Jared.
Jared,
So,
everybody.
we-
Tallahassee, we do our best to work up there, it seems,
Yeah.
on getting these appropriations.
So we really appreciate that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just amazing what she can do, her
Yeah.
advocacy. And for us in Highland Beach, we so appreciate it.
Yes, absolutely. Item E, approve and authorize the mayor to execute a contract with Pave Connect Logistics LLC for milling and repaving of the existing shared walk path project in the amount of $263,260.80 based on the OMNIA Partners Cooperative Purchasing Contract Number R220902. And this item aligns with the fiscal year 2026 Strategic Priorities Plan, Capital Improvement Plan number 28-003.
Yep, so this is the other half of that state appropriation. This one's really simple. It's just a 2-inch mill and pave of the entire shared use path in the town. And we got them through the Omnia Partners Cooperative.
Couple of questions. Is the material being used is the same as what's presently on the walk paths?
Yes, just the standard asphalt.
And how do you handle when you come to different material and driveways cutting across it? How will that be in effect on a level bed? Is that included to?
We have traditionally stopped, and I believe we will continue that because people have travertine, marble. We just go up to the driveways and stop, and it's incumbent upon the property owners to maintain some level. And so we use code enforcement to make sure their pavers don't get out of line. So we don't take out anybody's material. We just pave up to it.
So the new paving, is that going to go on top of the present?
We're going to mill off 2 inches. We're going to mill off 2 and then, yep.
It'll be level as you get.
And then it'll taper in. Should it, be high points and stuff, it'll be smooth transitions. 5% running, 2% cross max.
And the other related question is, in the areas where it's not the full, where it should be the full width, are they now going to, if it's being encroached by anything, it'll be a full width of the path?
I would believe so.
It's been corroded and now there's growth in some areas. So
Sure.
it'll be.
Yes.
it'll
Yep.
be-
Mhm.
Okay.
And if there's any type of sewer grates, sewer lids, things of that nature, gate valves, stuff like that, we will pave up to and around it. So it'll be smooth with pavement. Yep.
Thank you.
And what about residents that had planted before the work on Ebony and it was disrupted, that over the easement, with their intent, if they have an intent to reestablish, to plant or to put anything on that
We have.
area, should we give them notice for doing this or?
We have, we've given all property owners, we sent out mailers, maybe we'll do it again if it's not sunk in yet. Reminding my team to have Jeff resend it, but basically we have standards where height of the material can only be a max of, I think, 2 feet, has to be 2 feet, 8 inches off of the edge of pavement. So you can't plant up against the road or the sidewalk. Sidewalk especially requires a 2-foot clearance all the way around for bicycles, wheelchairs. If people need to step aside, they have to have a clear path. So all those things will be maintained and we'll communicate that. Contractor probably won't do a good job with that, but since Skender will be out there with a hard hat, he'll talk to everybody and make sure they're totally informed.
Skender, I have a question.
Sure.
Timeline,
Yes.
the timeline, the start of the project, when do they hope to start?
We have our pre-construction meeting on Thursday. So I think we'll be able to get a good estimate after that. I think pretty soon though.
Okay, so we're going to get this done before the season starts?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay.
That would be our goal, is to get this done. Same with the roofs. Sorry for the interruption and parking for anybody, but yes, just to get these done in the summer as much as possible.
Very great.
Excellent. And we will still have enough time for notice.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I'm, for one, very excited about this. This is our linear park in town. I really appreciate, and we got the appropriation for this project, right? Is what you said.
So this works out great for us.
It really does. I
fantastic.
mean, I think it's really great for all the walkers and joggers and I'm glad they're putting the asphalt back. I think that's a better material than concrete personally. And I'm excited that they're gonna start this project so quickly. And did they say how long it'll take them to?
We put 30 days
Oh,
in
wow.
there. So, and they didn't give pushback on that. So
Nice.
shouldn't take too long.
That's excellent. I think
And
it's
again, if you do recall from the 18 project, anybody in here, that contractor made a huge mess in the right of way and on the pavements and stuff. This contractor has made some commitments to us that they're going to have the right equipment to do the paving, which means a smaller mill machine, smaller paving machine, so they don't have to be out in the right of way tearing up the road and leaving black tar everywhere. If we recall, that was a big problem. We got a lot of calls on that. So we're making sure that that doesn't happen.
I just want to make one point. I know how difficult it is to get bids nowadays with contractors. I have to commend Skender. 6 bids, getting them all together. Very impressive, but thank you.
Thank you.
Did they say what type of interruption there would be? Like, there's no road closings or anything like that, or would there be?
No, I think it's all going to be pretty minimal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
but we can get that ironed out at the pre-con meeting too.
But even where it is a clear path now, we're still going to start from one end to the other.
Yep,
So
the
there's
entire thing.
continuity and.
Yeah.
Good.
That's excellent.
That's good.
That is excellent. Just nice, one uniform path. I mean, I think residents of this town really make use of that path. So excellent.
And it's wonderful that in noting for our record that it's commensurate with the strategic priorities plan. You know, that is so important. We see one after another that we're accomplishing this now. So our roads have been done and looking beautiful. The buildings were all white and shining. Beautiful. Okay, so motion time?
Yes, motion time.
I move to approve and authorize the mayor to execute a contract with Pave Connect Logistics LLC for milling and repaving of the existing shared walk path project in the amount of $263,260.80 based on the OMNIA Partners Cooperative Purchasing Contract Number R220902. And this item aligns with our 2026 Strategic Priorities Plan, Capital Improvement Plan number 28-003.
Second it.
Commissioner Goldberg,
Yes.
Commissioner Peters,
Yes.
Commissioner Chernowski,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Stern,
Yes.
and Mayor Moore.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much. Thank you very much. That's excellent. Moving on to town commission comments, Commissioner Shadnowski.
With all the positives that we're getting in the community, the only calls I have received of a questionable nature is the land next to Tuscana. I've had several calls in that. I guess the odor, the person that lives next door, the way it looks right now. And I told them that I would bring it up at the commission meeting.
Go ahead. Yeah.
So I've spoken with Mr. Sam Swerdlow. We had a really good conversation last week. He understands the desire to have something put in there, some type of stone, dirt, gravel, grass, something to make it more aesthetically pleasing while he pursues some type of development proposal. I guess he had one. That's why he went radio silent, because he couldn't disclose the deals. And I guess that fell through. I asked him on his timeline or I think there's going to be some disagreement, if you will, on zoning for the property is what I got from him. So I'm working with Len and Ingrid a little bit to come up with gross versus net calculations for density. We need to clarify that. So if and when something comes to the planning board, that position has been legally represented to us from our town attorney as to how we would go about calculating density. Of course, the property owner would like to have a mid-rise tower. Who wouldn't, I guess, if you own land? So that means height. That's not available under our current zoning ordinance. I asked him if he had any information that gave him some vested rights to do such that we are unaware of to present it. So he's very receptive. He's not confrontational, but I believe we're going to have a little bit of disagreement. So we're going to work through those items. Timeline, I don't know. He wants a large sum. I was inquiring to see maybe we could purchase it a little bit outside of our scope and cost. So he's looking for a developer right now to do the project.
Does the odor, the abutter is complaining about the odor. Does the odor give them any legal position at all?
So we've spoken, I know Mr. Remus and Mr. Rubin had spoke at great length on our abilities to do such. It's a little bit limiting, one, because it's a mangrove, so it was always water there. You just see it now. There's always mosquitoes there. They just appear maybe more visible or noticeable, or just because the site's in a changed condition. So for us to say there's a public health issue that would require some type of immediate mitigation, it's challenging at best. We haven't closed that book. I was hoping to continue to work to see, because his concern is, why would I put fill in there if it needs to be engineered fill for whatever is getting built? And I said, well, can you just go get some cheaper stone just to begin to cover it, so then grasses and stuff could grow in. It won't be as visually obnoxious, if you will, because it is kind of ugly. So we're still working on that. But I guess if it doesn't move forward, we'll have to explore that, and also explore it because it is under a DEP permit. But there's no timelines in the DEP permit, which seem odd for taking those next steps. There's supposed to be a seawall as part of that project. That has not been completed. I just don't know how the DEP moves its enforcement action forward when it's kind of like a half complete project. So it's going to be, I think, some time before we see it filled. Even if we were to take action, then I think we would create a confrontational position with him, at which point then he would distance and pull back and fight it that route. And I think it would just slow down even more. But that's something we are all going to have to discuss soon, over the next couple of months. If I can't get him to do it of his own volition to do these things, then I think we're going to have to be a little more forceful.
But are you saying, have we looked into any federal rules, regulations?
Yeah, the hard part is that we're exempt or preempted when it comes to mangroves to the state, and it's all mangrove still. I mean, you still have root mass there. It's still a mangrove. He has a fill permit, but he's not authorized to place fill until he comes and sees you to get a permit to place fill. It's not expensive permit, but he's got to come and ask for fill. No development plans.
But he hasn't given you any.
So we would have to go through the property code and maintenance or public health type scenario. And that's where Jeff is a little bit uncomfortable. Same with Len a little bit. I mean, we could do it. It may not be the strongest of grounds, possibly. Because it's a mangrove, so the water's always there. It's just how you see
His
it.
agreement is that he will plant in another area mangroves.
He's already has it mitigated through the FPL mitigation bank. So he's bought pre-established mangrove elsewhere in the state of Florida, probably in the watershed, South Florida Water Management District area, which is pretty large, is procured that. So he doesn't have to build anything here to mitigate those impacts. He's already secured that offsite.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So what would we have done if it was not, as it is here, authorized originally by a agency, not a municipal agency? If we had an owner with a lot of land in this kind of despair, what action would we have? What action would we do?
I mean, if he didn't have a DEP permit, we would have placed a stop work order. He would never have been allowed to commence the clearing until he showed us proof of that state approval. But he's been going through that for a while because it does truly add a lot of value to the property to have the permit and rights to fill that space. I think his eyes are bigger than his stomach, if you will, as far as what he envisions on the site. And that's where it's going to be the challenge.
So our council have looked into,
Not rendered a formal opinion as of yet. I can secure that if you so wish. But he and Jeff have communicated on some of the concerns and difficulty of enforcing that. But again, what does that timeline look like? What is reasonable or unreasonable then becomes quite subjective. And the public health scenario for mosquitoes. The county has a spray program, and the county's responsible. We're preempted from doing anything related to mangrove. So it's, but if then you could say under the permit, it's not a mangrove because he's got a fill permit or a DEP permit to cut it all. It's a little loose. The DEP needs to do a better job, I think, to have a series of orderly progression on their permits, and they don't. So I don't know, because it's in their hands. It's their permit. We have not authorized a development or fill. It's just sitting there under a state permit. That's the challenge.
Another challenge to home rule.
Right. The DEP just granted a permit and there's no conditions to complete, or, time is of the essence type conditions of you must make forward progress you got to move forward with the project. So.
Yeah, the challenge, Marshall, is that the community
Right.
feels that we have much more power to correct the problem. And it hasn't been really made public that we don't.
Especially on this scenario and in the future scenario, the legislator is not real happy or supportive of local government. So we're every session challenged, preempted, and our rights eroded. You have a constitutional amendment that's coming up on the ballot that wherein your ability to direct programming is going to be defaulted to general law responsibilities with the legislator so they can pick and choose what you do. It's a little bit challenging as local governments. It's not as strong as we used to be.
Agree.
Well, our relationship with the National League of Cities may be beneficial in this regard, looking to see if any other jurisdictions have a problem similar to this and what action they may have taken.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. We'll take a look, take a deeper dive. It appears maybe a more formal position from the town attorney is warranted. So I will move forward in that direction.
Thanks for bringing it up, Jason.
I hear you.
No, it's important.
Moving on to Commissioner Goldberg. Do you have any additional comments?
I don't have anything further to add. I look forward. I'm really very pleased that we have been able to accomplish and show it today, that we're moving ahead with our strategic plan, and that we're looking forward to maintaining our mill rate. So we're facing a lot of challenges, but I think that we're in a very good position, as you pointed out to us, Marshall. Thank you. That's all for today.
I just want to say, I'm so glad that we're doing our shared path. Like the mayor says, it's like our town park. And when I run up there, I got to run around people during season. It's being used by everybody, and I just enjoyable seeing people use that. So I'm very happy that we're doing this.
With our nice, new, clean, fast path, walking path, I just referred to the town manager on the progress with the electric vehicle
And do that.
situation.
So I've reached out to FDOT to begin to communicate with them around our desire on some fashion to regulate e-bikes, speeds, something of that nature, but in cooperation with FDOT because it is A1A is their right of way. I got an email this morning from the woman from FDOT. So I worked through our FDOT contacts, found the right person who said she received it. She's going to look at her calendar, reach back out, and we're going to set up a meeting to kind of discuss this with FDOT and see what their concerns are or what they may or may not allow us to do within the right of way. Again, as you do recall, I know you recall, so the governor did veto the state's legislation on that. So that puts it Palm Beach County's ordinance, ours, Jupiter's got one kicking around. A couple other communities are trying to do some of this. So hopefully we'll start making some progress on what it is. But we're in direct contact trying to set up that meeting. So we're moving forward, has not been forgotten, and we'll share what we want, what the county's doing to see where their heads are at. And I'll share that information back with you all.
Great. Just want to emphasize with his comments on the, as we get into season with the use, it's imperative that we come to some conclusions prior to the busy season.
We're gonna get a grant for segways for the police department to roll around on these pathways. Do some enforcement with bike helmets on.
Need a little radar out there.
Some of those old bike shorts that coaches used to wear.
I don't have any comments. Moving on to town attorney.
I have no comments other than I'm happy to join you all today.
Thank you. Nice to have you. Town manager.
So again, thank you being flexible so we can move through September's budget stuff. It's all new, so I guess we know what it's going to look like in the future. Again, I was spoken with Len yesterday because David something that David had in the finance triggered these questions. So I'm glad we're starting to nail down what that is. Again, we'll explore if possibly on the first of the two. I think the most important is that second public hearing in September where you kind of close the door and finalize everything. If the tentative authorizations maybe has some flexibility on Zoom, I don't know. We'll have to take a look on that. If not, we'll get you here and we'll have the physical quorum to vote on that. With the relationship with the legislator and their focus and the CFO's focus on local governments, belts and suspenders approach to everything we do is safe. One, it protects us from some possible harm from or legal action taken by the state. Just to do it completely by the book, it's safer, gets us through it without trouble. Other than that, again, we're just moving through some of the budget, all these capital projects we have in place. Again, you'll see the roof. If you go in the back, you could see the stuff we're starting to put in for the library, the new steel roof. We'll be putting it, or metal roof, and then putting the metal roof on Public Works. And then we'll get some windows. We'll start the real-time operations center. That will be followed by some paving. Pat did a couple of interim patches to kind of keep the flooding down up in the front until we can get into the paving portion of it. So we got a lot of big capital projects picking up wind here. Bike path paving, wrapping up sanitary sewer lining. We got a lot going on. We're waiting on lift station 2, Skender. I'm going to come soon. We're going to get some new engineers. This is insane on the time and delays and pace they work at. So we'll work on that as well.
So that's not being pushed off.
No, we have an appropriation for lift station 2. My concern, I know Skender keeps communicating with them and getting all the reports, but we're going to take the most recent appropriation, get done 2 years prior to the other appropriation for lift station 2, because the engineers still don't have the design done in 2 years. It's a little bit untimely. It's very poor performance. So I think we need to look at that process and maybe get some newer stock of engineers that may be a little more focused, a little more local, see if we can't do a little bit better with that. It's been really burning us on all this capital projects. We have laid out a lot of funds for some poor performance, if you will, on behalf of these vendors. Not so much the contractors, as I'm saying, the engineers have been pretty dismal. So it's an indictment on them. Hopefully things get better. So.
Is that the engineering firm that we hired?
Yeah, well, we have under the state law, we have to go through a process to procure it through a public vetting process. So then you get like a stable of a handful of engineers. So we have 5 engineering firms. 3 never return our phone calls, but they put a bid in and awarded a contract, signed it, never showed up, but bid on it. So 3 non-responsive to anything we want. The other 2, Colliers got aggressive and wanted to work. They've fumbled all the projects, and maybe they do better in bigger towns with more money. They just have fumbled all of our projects. And then we have another firm that was responsive to the lift station. They're not making any progress. The one that we use as the town engineer is ramping up. I'm hoping they bid on the state mandated process because they're really good. They're small, hungry, want to do good work. Some of these other firms I think are just too big to satisfy smaller one-off projects on the Barrier Island. They want the Bocas and county type where they have millions and millions of dollars of engineering fees versus our small scale. So we got to get that squared away. At least that's what we're learning is we're ready to go with all the projects. Staff's in the right spaces. We're just waiting on engineers to do something. They turn something in and we're poking tons of holes in it. So it's just the quality is just not there.
It's just a suggestion, with all of the construction going on with the library, I would suggest that you take a few designated spots for people visiting the library, because I've heard back that people can't find any parking because of the construction. And I think we sort of reserve some for those going to the library.
Fair point, fair point. They're gonna hopefully be out of there in a few days. I mean, when they're demoing, we don't want cars anywhere near that, but we're hoping, and it's gonna be a few more weeks, so we'll do something to reserve a few spots, and hopefully they don't need as much workspace either as they move over to the Public Works building. So
Thank you.
Yep.
Good idea. And that's it for you, Town Manager. Moving on to announcements. Board vacancies, Code Enforcement Board, we have one vacancy for a 3-year term. Financial Advisory Board, we have one vacancy for a 3-year term ending April 2027. Natural Resources Preservation Advisory Board, we have one vacancy for an unexpired term ending April 2027. Meetings, upcoming meeting and events, July 22nd at 1 o'clock, we have the special magistrate hearing. August 11th at 1:30, we have our next Town Commission meeting. August 13th at 9 in the morning, we have the next Planning Board regular meeting. And August 18th at 1:30, we have another Town Commission meeting. There are no board action reports. And with that, we can adjourn. Thank you very much.
Thank you.